All right, guys, it's 6:30. It is November 22nd. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. My name is Scott Redler. I am the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to today's 6:30 Club. Wednesday before Thanksgiving. What a great day. As NVIDIA right now is going through 505. Very busy right now. Look at that. Uh, as a trader, I need to do my thing too. Anyway, interesting. So, what up, everyone? Very fluid morning already. So here we are, the day before Thanksgiving. Yesterday was a little bit of an inside day. Felt a little trappy, to be honest. You know, they opened things lower. You had a little bit of time to get out of some stuff. Some things you had to figure out your commitment to it. As far as NVIDIA, I'm not going to get into all the metrics. Bottom line is it was a pretty tremendous report, and you know, wasn't perfect. Nothing's ever perfect, but you know, I think they tripled their revenue. They tripled this. They tripled that. And bottom line is, if you go real quickly to NVIDIA, we'll see what happens here. I bought a little bit already pre-market. I have a call spread on the 505s. You know, above this 505.48, there's really nothing above it. You know, right now, NVIDIA is just rallied a bunch, looking like it's going to get through this this spot. We'll see. I was hoping it would hang here and do this as you know, later in the morning when I didn't have to do 30 charts and do everything. I could trade it a little bit, you know. But anyway, this is a big spot. Gets above 505.50. You know, then all of a sudden everybody thought they would sell the news, gets caught, and anyone who's underexposed has to chase. So we'll see how it goes. Should make it interesting. If you look at the SPYs, you know, inside day yesterday, not the end of the world, right? All in all, you have 451.96. You have, you know, a little bit of another bull flag forming here. Pretty impressive, above the 8-day the whole way through. You know, so we'll see what happens here today. Does it get above 455.12 and make everybody all happy for a happy Thanksgiving? As long as you're long. If you've been fighting this and you've been short, chances are, you know, you're probably Scrooge. No, I'm kidding. You're in the wrong holiday. You should be eating turkey. And anyway, cheers to everybody who's tuning in. I appreciate you. Love the community. Love, you know, the dog pound, the 6:30 Club, my alpha team. You know, if you're testing us out for 2 days, you know, hopefully, you know, you see that there's value here. What's the value? The value is the consistency. The value is the routine. The value is the process. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme whatsoever. It's a grind, and you got to enjoy it. I love coming in, listening to little Pearl Jam radio, got my iced coffee, get ready to work. Today's a good day. My dad dropped me off. They came in from Florida yesterday. My mom was strong enough to make the trip because I host Thanksgiving, meaning I make the turkey. She's been coming here ever since moving to Florida. I did post my turkey recipe. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty traditional. It's nothing fancy. I don't fry it. I don't do this. I do that. Old-fashioned. Take it out 3 days before, night before. Cut up a lot of garlic, a lot of onions. You know, paprika, salt, pepper. You know, put it in the cavity, and then put some pineapple in there, some oranges, some lemon, and then on the top of it, you know. Same time, I'm not going to get into it anyway. We'll see what happens here. With full day today, half day tomorrow. Market's hanging out. The Qs, little bit of a, you know, tricky day yesterday. You know, they hit Microsoft real fast. They hit a few things real fast. It came in, but ultimately, you know, you have 386.71 to trade against. Here's 391. So all of a sudden, just an inside day. The small caps were fine. The small caps. You know, they give you enough strength and time to sell into strength. So if you had a bit of, you know, a trailing position in the IWM yesterday, you can't make money every day. Cost me some money also. But the bottom line is the type of move that it had, still constructive. We were buying a ton of options, you know, into the CPI, had a big move. You know, you were able to buy a dip here. And as long as it holds this 175, 160, I think it could work higher. I actually bought back the short side of my call spread, so now I'm in straight calls. So for today, you know, I'll be able to maybe trim some of those and then sell premium again and trade around the position. As traders, that's what you got to do. You got to trade around positions, right? Unless you're just sitting there for years, then you might as well just put flows into a 401k every single month, because over time you're gonna make a lot of money. So anyway, IWM still decent. Nvidia's still now. Nvidia's got a hold. Remember, get above and stay above. Now it's got a hold 505. If it holds 505, maybe there's an extended move today. For me, this is good because I thought my call spreads were going to be worthless. I would be a little upset. So now it feels like at least I could salvage my call spread that I put on, because the last thing I want to lose is 5-7 grand. I'm probably not going to make money, but the 505 by 540s, probably there'll be something there versus them just sucking all the premium out. That's if it stays here. Might not stay here. We'll see. Meta still hanging out. Still looks decent. Inside day. A lot of inside days yesterday. So if you're still in Meta, this is your point of reference now, and we'll see if it goes sideways and continues. All in all, really nice trend. It's been trending up. This was the spot where you could have been in a whole hell of a lot of it. Now we'll see what's next here for Meta. Microsoft's been a SHIT show. What does that mean? It just means it's been sloppy as hell. What do I mean by sloppy? Well, looked good, opened down. Looked like it was going to fail, opened up, and then hung in there. Now today, it's back up 260, where it seems like Sam is now going back to AI, which people say is a good thing for Microsoft because they want AI to do well, open AI that is. So this way, Microsoft that put all that money into it doesn't lose on their valuations, and more importantly, I bet you it's the big money that has been, making higher and higher and higher valuations as it's in the private market. Like, oh my God, Sam leaves, the last valuation, all of a sudden it's going to get well below, and then everyone loses a hell of a lot of money. So I bet you his life was threatened a little bit, and so was the board. You don't know what goes on back there. Bottom line is, not our problem. We got to trade what's in front of us. It's about our decisions, not the conditions. And as of right now, Microsoft is just sloppy. So I've been avoiding it. As far as Apple still looks decent. Yesterday a bit of an inside day. Took back a bunch of, what was this? This was Tuesday. No, this was Monday. As long as it holds this 190.66, it can't get too bearish. Hopefully it could work its way back towards 198.23. Again, the more elevated these things are, the harder it is to trust when a pullback happens, because then you just think it's going to be a bigger pullback and a bigger pullback. Anyhow, we'll see how that goes. What else is happening around here? It's, Tesla. Tesla was my biggest trade yesterday. I haven't traded Tesla in a little while, and I was here with you guys 24 hours ago. My guys, even though you know who, he's not in the garbage anymore. He's just right here on the floor. He's not on the wall. He's not in the garbage. He's just on the floor. Let him breathe. Breathe over there, Ivan. Not near me. Anyway, sometimes listen. If you're a vegan or you don't eat meat, doesn't mean you can't buy McDonald's. I'm kidding. Either which way, Tesla was really tight yesterday. In the first 5-15 minutes of the day, it showed some relative strength, and then it cleared this 237 to hit 243. Nice inside wedge. Great cash flow trade. Yesterday, I made a lot of people a lot of money on the Alpha team. I was on Benzinga talking to my boys over there, Dennis, Joel, those guys. And, I went over it. I'm like, listen, guys, as much as I don't like the banter, let's just look at the chart, take our personal thoughts out. And P.S., it went above this, hit that, and now today it's up $1.70, giving you a little bit upside follow-through. I'm still long some. Doesn't mean it's a leader. Doesn't mean I'm going to stay with it for weeks. It just means it was a great trade yesterday, little follow-through today. I'm thankful for that. You got to be thankful for the small things. I'm thankful for you guys. Thankful for my sauna, my ice barrel. I was in the ice barrel this morning. My dad comes outside. He's like, "Sonny boy, it's raining out here?" I'm like, "I wish it was snowing and 10 degrees colder and this finger was falling off." He's like, "You're insane." I'm like, "Well, you're late. You were supposed to video me today and you didn't get up." He's like, "I'll do it tomorrow." Anyway, he dropped me off so he could have the car. It's nice driving to work with your dad. They're in Florida. Well, what else am I going to be trading today? I'm probably going to trade the SPYs a bit. I do have some 455 calls sold for Friday. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to, I'm in long some SPYs and make money from here to 455. And if it gets above 455, I don't want to get short them, it'll be like more like a covered call strategy. So they want to keep this market in there. They'll probably push the SPYs, so I'll probably be long some SPYs, make it easy, and see what else there is out there. You can't really buy Netflix now. Netflix, my goodness gracious, what a move. A lot of guys made a lot of money in Netflix, including my, my what's it called, my power plays guys. We did get out of it though. I think I got out of it into this move. If you're still long it from the pro earnings gap, congratulations. I tell you, I did get lucky yesterday. One of my things, Palantir. I had like 25% of my options left, and I sold my options into that strength. I'm like, I'm done with Palantir. Then all of a sudden it reversed to the red dog reversal. Got out of the rest of my shares. Boom. Week and a half sequence. How could you have done the same thing? This is what you call an outside day, boys and girls. Everybody, ferries. It got above 2160, couldn't hold it, went below, and then took out the prior low. That is a sell signal. So if you bought it the day after earnings or the day of earnings versus the earnings gap pivot, and then you sold some and then you added and sold some and added, right here could have been your exit or get really small. So that's how you navigate. What was yesterday's high? Yesterday's high is 2185. That's why I use a tier system, and that's why you understand where pivots are and where the battlegrounds are. That's a pretty ugly candle, and you'll see what's next. But ultimately, there are ways to look at the technicals. Some people later in the day were like, Red Dog, what are you doing with Palantir? I'm like, did you see the alpha team? I told you when I sold it, and I mentioned when I got stopped out of the rest of it, and I've trained you on the Red Dog reversal, not only in the buy side, the sell side. Okay, and right here, pushed above, couldn't hold. At least you should have got out of most, and then once it took that out, you're done. Now it needs time to rebuild. I'm still in Square options. Square doesn't look like that. Square didn't have a crazy outside day. Square had an inside day after a big move. So this still looks fine. This still looks like it could hold sideways, prove to put in a bull flag, and potentially, see that 200 day that we were talking about and continue. We were long from here. This is a red dog reversal too. Went in the earnings gap, and then all of a sudden sellers had absolutely nothing, and then went back above it, and that right there was your buy signal. Okay, right? Push below, could have went all the way into the earnings gap, and instead push below, came back above, and then started a great active sequence. You could have even got out here and then got back here once it proved that this really wasn't much. Anyway, little lessons with the red dog. Bottom line is TLTs also leading the way. That's why we have a little bit of a bid. I have a call spread on, so I'll be maxed out here. I was buying a hell of a lot of TLT calls down here, and I think I added on this dip, and it's continuing. That's helping. That means rates are going lower, which is what the market wants right now. Rates lower. Anyway, so watch. It's good to know what the TLTs are doing. AMD will move with NVIDIA if NVIDIA, gets and stays above this 505.48, which it's kind of just toying with right now. You'll probably see AMD try and take out this 122.11. So, check that out. Maybe that happens. That'd be nice. It'd be nice. Like the song? Anyway. So again, we'll see how it goes. It's Wednesday. I don't think they're gonna, if they wanted the market to come in, they would have not been able to rally NVIDIA. The Qs and the SPYs would have been lower last night, which they weren't. So there were some clues to fixes in, and chances are we end this week on a, on a stronger note. So try not to fight it. Try and embrace it. Hopefully you've done really well. I lost a little bit of money yesterday. I was thinking today would be worse than it is. If this NVIDIA gets towards 510, I'll do just fine. I'll probably, break even a little bit-ish on my calls. At least it'll be out of the way, and I'll make money hopefully on the stock. And then see what else is cooking. What else is cooking besides turkey and stuff and my mashed potatoes? Mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. A lot of butter and salt. I'm gonna have some. I like stuffing too. Usually, what happens over Thanksgiving, I'm in charge of the turkey. Me and my dad, we baste it. We go play some flag football. I let the women be in charge a little bit to baste it while we're doing that. I'll trust them. The women, my mom and my wife. And then usually I eat the turkey when I'm just carving it. That's when I eat the turkey. With my dad, we're carving it, I'm eating it, I'm throwing out some pieces to people. I'm like, woohoo, woohoo. And then usually by the time we sit down and eat, I don't eat any turkey. I eat it when it was hot. and I cook. I eat some little stuff, mashed potatoes. I might even have a biscuit. I'll give Cadence a biscuit because Cadence is a great dog. But the best thing to do also is do a turkey trot in the morning so you get your fitness out of the way so you can eat and drink whatever you want and not feel guilty. Those are part of that's my Thanksgiving process. So with that said, I wish you guys the best of luck today. We'll see if the Spies have a nice inside day and go sideways here and maybe continue today or maybe Friday of Thanksgiving. The Qs also, we'll see what happens here. Little inside action and maybe it works towards there. We'll see. I think the key of today will NVIDIA stay above this 505.48. Somebody's putting some money to work now. Where's NVIDIA? It's hanging there. It came a long way though. It also was about $7 lower. So if it hangs here, the more it hangs here and stays above that, I think the more, the better the move might be able to be. So anyhow, cheers. Here's to the community that's working hard, trying to make some progress without perfection, that's putting together a routine that they love so they can do it every day. What does that mean? Listen to some music, get in the right frame of mind, and just stay the course. I'm telling you, stay the course. Sometimes they're easier than others, sometimes they're harder than others, but if you keep even keel, you can make good money at this job and have a great lifestyle. I just found out my son is going to be dressing for JV and varsity. He's a freshman. He's been working his butt off. A lot of games are at 4 or 5:30, so I might have to leave before the close a few times, but working out of Short Hills helps. Cheers. So if you happen to get a small recap or a recap at 3:15 versus 4 o'clock, that's me leaving early to catch his game. Later, guys.